See, you've been hanging around Tiffany too much because I said we're good. Y'all said you're good. I pushed live and you're still going. That's okay though. Maybe I will have to start doing the thingy.
The countdown?
I don't know. My name is Rob A.K. Lantern Noir. Welcome to Ravenloft 1921 Makeup Edition. Because we didn't play last night because I had to be at a graduation. I think Arwen had to be at a wedding. It was a busy weekend.
We're in the wrong frames.
Are you?
Yeah,
I'm Luis.
I'm Darling.
Oh my!
Appear to be Agnes.
You're yourself. You
No,
looked
you
out.
only
You
looked
get to
right.
be you.
I mean,
Problem solved.
There we go.
Yay!
I had y'all lined up like so the boxes fit. I just had you in the wrong boxes.
I was like, I'm in the top corner.
Wait, what?
I was like, this is a weird place to be.
And Shadow, welcome aboard. We're glad to have you hanging out with us tonight. And Mr. Happy, while Baby Happy is sleeping, we're glad to have you hanging out as well. We're just gonna have some fun tonight. That's all there is to it. As I said, we're on a makeup night. And so we're going to be kind of picking
HM's on hype, HM's on hype, HM's on hype.
What was?
Thank you for that, Arwen. We love having you as part of our family.
it won't go away until I shout it out.
We know. I will not make a big fuss, but thank you.
Okay.
Okay, so let's go around the table, introduce ourselves. If we can be found somewhere, where might that be? Otherwise, who are we and who are we playing tonight? And I think I'm going to ask tonight, based on what we know happened last session, what your character hopes most to achieve this session. I think that seems like a reasonable question. And now that we have everybody in the right windows, let's kick it off with Andy.
All right, I am Andy, aka the OuterDork, and I am playing Luis Halberg, our stage magician / secret occult warlock. My hopes and dreams for this session are to not have his throat ripped out by a horrible vampire, and also to be the hero and save the day, but mostly the former part.
Okay, June, table is yours.
All right. Hi, I'm June. I'm playing Agnes Devereaux, our resident archaeologist rogue. My hopes and dreams and all the in-betweens for this session are to not die or get too horribly scarred. Although she'd probably think that's cool if she lived.
And now you can see the stress in Darling's face.
Speaking of which, Kai?
Hello, I am the Kaidapons, and I am also a streamer. I don't have a set schedule. I'm planning to debut as a VTuber soon, so I am playing Darling Odessa, the superstitious, terrified bodyguard of, well, the entire party, but mainly Agnes. And my hope and dream is for Agnes not to die today. And, you know, everybody else, if I can help it. Oh, and maybe not turn into a vampire. That's the thing. Yeah.
That works. And last but absolutely not least, Arwen.
I'm Arwen Atreides. I am playing Amelie St. Clair, the debutante monk. And oh gosh, Amelie's got a pretty one-track mind. So she's still pretty focused on getting Irina to our next location, and everything else just kind of feels like a distraction at this point. So she's starting to feel a little impatient, like the clock is ticking.
Can we tell which character has not yet discovered the fact that there are a bunch of vampires on the combat map? I'm just gonna put it out there. If you're not
I'm
sure,
downstairs just like doing the foot tapping the watch. It's like, come on, guys, we got places to be.
You'll probably realize something's wrong pretty soon when we all start screaming.
you think?
Or, you know, Agnes just gets thrown down the stairs because I'm like, save yourself!
Yeah, you guys better hope I don't go first, because I have no idea what's happening.
She's going to be like, it's my turn. I sit and twiddle my thumbs.
Pretty much.
Okay.
Twiddle my parasol.
My name is Rob, aka Lantern Noir. I get to be everybody else, which involves an amazing cast of characters that the Curse of Strahd module provides us. This is a take on Curse of Strahd. We're having some fun with some modern twists here and there, which has been kind of neat thus far as the character backgrounds go. And so kind of the very brief recap for those that are just joining us for the first time. The party has crash landed in the Eastern European mountains. They found their way through a haunted house, a haunted hamlet, over a mountain range, into a valley, and along the way have acquired a young noblewoman / daughter of a mayor, who herself is the target of the affections of one Strahd von Zarovich, the Lord of the Ravenloft, the mysterious, rumored to be vampire lord of the lands. Whilst finding a place for Irina to feel safe, they set out to restore the bones of Sedandal to the chapel bearing his name, and have traced those bones with quite a bit of fanfare and drama to this particular coffin maker's shop. At which point they were told, oh yeah, if you need them, they're upstairs. I have them hiding in a crate in the upstairs room. To which Luis charged up the stairs, ripped open the front of the crate, and went, oh, hello. As a fledgling vampire burst out of the crate to introduce herself. She was then joined by 3 more of her brethren, and that was the moment we stopped last session. So that's literally where we're going to pick up this session, because it seems like a reasonable place to pick up. Any major addendums or plot points that I missed in my recap?
I think you covered it.
Yeah.
I covered it. Cool. And in that case, we shall begin by rolling initiative.
Hooray.
We're going to dive right in on this. And I'm going to put them on the battle board. There are 4 of them. Okay, let's see here. While you guys are rolling your initiative, let me label the little buggers so we can keep track of who's who. Why are we chuckling? I haven't even looked yet.
Hey.
Hey. Okay, Agnes comes in at a 22. Look at her go.
Okay, remind me how to roll initiative again, because I'm clicking on the initiative button and all it's doing is bringing up the description of what the initiative button does. And I don't know why.
Did you click on the box or the word?
I'm clicking on the box, the number, the word, right adjacent to it. I don't know what it's doing. It's not letting me roll.
It's not. I would suggest at this point, turn it off and turn it back on again.
Yeah.
I.e. refresh the page.
Refreshing.
Do we have did you link the owl? I
did.
Uh-huh.
The owl is linked. I'm going to...
It's not letting me roll anything.
Arwen sorts
hang on a minute.
that. I want to at least get that number for her. And then, you have a +8 to initiative?
I do.
At 4th level?
It's a monk thing, darling.
That's it. I need ice cream for this session.
Yeah.
Jeez. She rolls an 8 and she still acts on 16.
Okay.
Jeez, criminies.
So you have the one that always has a high initiative and the one that can see everything.
I'm about to be really hard to hit, too, because I just leveled up my wisdom last time. Okay, I'm going to try logging out and logging back in because this is just not working. Nothing's working. Give me a second, guys.
Okay.
I wasn't first, was I?
You were not first.
Okay, good.
You're actually relatively far. 16 is actually relatively far down the initiative track.
You know what? I'm okay with this because I don't have any idea what's going on. So
You're about to.
20.
Okay, first up on the initiative track actually would be number 2, who's going to leap out of their coffin, charge at Luis, because he's right there.
that was a test roll. We're good.
We're good. Yay, we got it back again. It's going to take a swing ineffectively, and Let's do that again. Luis can take 6 damage, right?
Yeah.
All right. Cool. That was easy enough. We're going to leave that where it is. I need to know what Agnes would like to do in this moment.
Alrighty. Would I still get sneak attack if Darling's right there and I'm attacking them, or?
She is not currently threatening it. So she has to be threatening it and distracting it while you move in for the sneak attack.
Okay, then as a bonus action, I'm going to use my insightful fighting. So as a bonus action, I can make an insight check against the creature that is incapacitated, contested by the target's deception check. If I succeed, I get to use my sneak attack against the target, even if I don't have advantage.
Well, that was a mouthful.
What the frick?
She's insightful.
Yeah.
Deception.
Stabbing the
check.
vampire
Okay.
insightfully.
So you roll your insight. It rolls its deception, which is a straight charisma check. You succeed. You may
Get it, 22.
You may
That's my second 22 in a row.
Sneak attack activated.
Woo. So I'm going to stab it with my rapier because I'm cool like that. Oh, jeez. Okay. Does a 15 hit?
15 does hit.
Yes.
Congratulations. Throw down the big pile of roguish dice.
Yay.
Okay. It has been wounded.
Yay.
Meanwhile, 3, which is right in front of Luis. There it is going to take its action. And there it goes. Ineffective. All right. That then takes us to Darlene.
Okay. The stress. So, am I able to like wiggle in here, like
Yep.
between? Okay,
Absolutely.
I'm gonna wiggle there, and I'm gonna like kind of stick one arm out and try and protect Agnes from this thing in the corner. And I had to open up in a separate window. I'm gonna rage.
Okay. Raging.
Raging.
Noted.
And I'm gonna smack it with my rapier.
You gonna wreck it?
I'm gonna wreck it.
I'm gonna wreck it.
I'm gonna wreck it.
Ooh, a dirty 20.
So this plus Divine Fury. Papa.
Nice.
Yeet.
It did not last very long.
Oh.
It took 2 stabs.
No, it's not dead. I'm just, dang. That's impressive.
Yay.
This is what happens when the rogue and the barbarian team up.
So I'm picturing just coming up and like at the end and be like, "What's taking you guys so long?" And everything's just dead.
I'm just gonna
All
hold
the
up a
bodies hit
single
the
head.
floor.
You
Hold
did you
up
bring
one
Ir-
head.
you didn't bring Irina with you for this, did you?
I don't think we.
don't
I thought
think
she was at the
we did.
church, but
Yeah, we
Left
thought
her
she
at
was
church.
still there.
Okay, so Amelie's up.
okay. So hearing noises coming from upstairs. Is the shopkeeper or the coffin maker, whatever, is he still down there?
He is.
Okay.
He actually is like, he's got this grin of like.
Okay. I'm gonna look at him with like the sternest expression I can manage, and I'm gonna say, "What am I gonna find when I go up there?"
Oh, nothing more than 4 dead bodies. Maybe 5.
Okay. That's unsettling. I'm gonna move toward this. I'm gonna start moving toward the stairs. On my way to the stairs, can I look around the room, like just a once over around the room? Does it look like there's any like special kind of weapon or something that might give me a hint as to what's up there? Or something that looks like it's used to kill a particular kind of thing?
Unfortunately, all you see around you are woodworking tools.
Okay.
Planes, saws, the hand cranky screwdriver, corkscrews, drills.
Okay.
Hammers.
If I use all of my movement, can I get up to the room, or would that require like all my movement plus an action?
Your move is 40.
Yep.
So 10 plus 20 is 30. We'll put you at the top of the stairs. And then you would still have 10 more to go. So you won't quite get into any fights with anybody once you get up there.
Okay. Then I'm gonna move. I'm just gonna get to the top of the stairs. Ready my parasol and spend my just like take stock of the situation and who's where and what's happening.
All right, I'll step you through the
I
door.
will take
so
off
you
my
can
gloves.
see. Your
Take my
action
gloves
is to remove your gloves.
off.
Okay.
We don't want them to stain.
So
Those are nice white gloves.
Yeah.
As you come into the upstairs work area, you see Luis is currently like dodging and weaving 2 of these clawed human-like creatures that are attempting to rip him apart, while Darlene and Agnes are fencing with another one, trying to keep it back in this corner as it hisses and snarls.
Okay. What are these things like in front of me? Are those like piles of wood or?
Yeah, stacks
Okay.
of wood.
Would that be something that I would have to hurdle over if I wanted to get? Because there's 2 people in the way. Would that be like difficult terrain or?
I wouldn't
something
call
I'd
it
have to jump
difficult
over?
terrain per se, but unfortunately that would take you. You're out of your movement would stop at the 2 people.
Okay.
So that's about as far as, unless you want to use your dash action to like get into a scrap and at least be present.
I
It's up to you.
don't. Can I get like on the other side of? Well, never mind. I'm going to stay there for now. Oh wait. So my movement's over, but could I get like use an action to like climb over the top of one of these piles to just get a little bit closer for my next turn?
I will allow it.
Okay. I'll just hang out like right there. On my way, I'm heading over to Luis.
Okay. It's an angry pile of wood. I think the wood is the least angry stuff in the room at the moment.
That's fair.
I don't know. She could get some
It's
pretty
about
nasty
to be
splinters.
it's about to be angry with me if I'm just barreling through it over it.
Number 1 is going to charge right up to Luis. And for its part, okay, I need Luis to give me a strength check, if you'd be so kind.
Strength, you say?
Oh dear.
Check, not save.
Check.
Okay.
Clackety, 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 clackety. Oh, well played, sir. As the one that charged across the room at you, like instead of trying to claw you, it tries to get you into a lock hold, and you literally just push your way out of it, which is impressive.
I am impressed with Luis in this moment. Hooray for panicked adrenaline.
Superhuman strength. However, 4 has her actions, and she's not doing anything terribly interesting with them. She is, however, going to claw. Ooh. I think you have advantage on this, but I would love if Darling could give me a strength check. Do you get advantage while you're raging?
Gain advantage on strength checks and saving throws. Yes.
All right, roll it at advantage. You might whiff it.
I hope so, because that didn't go well. That's a 12.
Okay, well, that just got interesting.
I got a 4 and then a 12.
You are grappled.
Great. Fantastic.
No.
Amazing.
Ooh. Okay. Let's see. You take half damage while you're raging, right?
Yes.
Okay, so you only have to take 8.
Wow. Okay.
However, you do feel your life essence dissipating
Did this jerk bite me?
as she gets you into a lock and just latches onto your shoulder.
Ooh.
You know that thing that I wish that that wouldn't happen?
And
Get
let's
to
see.
enjoy the special
It's
death hug.
because you taste so sweet.
You know, it's interesting that the one who's trying to process the fact that her friend is being literally eaten is the one making the jokes.
Literally. Jesus.
Meanwhile, Luis has been biding his time, planning the perfect maneuver in this moment. What has he come up with?
Well, you see, it is ironic.
Because
When you are ice fishing, you are not fishing for ice, but rather through the ice for
Sorry?
fish.
What? What is this about ice fishing?
It's fine. Don't worry about it.
my other one finds his advice kind of formulaic. If you want to be pushed down, you have to lift up. If you want to go left, you have to turn right.
You have to pull yourself up by your bootstraps and fall on your butt.
Anyway, what is Luis doing?
It was like rainy and cloudy and nasty out, right?
Yes.
All right. So instead of trying to shatter the windows and allow the sunlight in, which probably won't do anything, I will instead attempt to shatter the 2 vampires directly in front of me. They need to make Constitution saving checks. DC 14.
Okay. All right. One succeeds, one fails.
Okay, let me read the. Is this half damage?
Probably.
Half damage on a successful save. Okay.
All right. Throw the damage down. Clackety, clackety, clackety.
So 16 damage, 8 on a save.
Okay. So that would be 2, 3, and 2.
Yes.
Okay. And, all right. They have been thusly damaged.
And any unattached equipment in the area also takes damage.
So there's like a clearing of debris in that area
Yes.
that you have wrought.
Yes. So that box that Vampire 3 is standing on is definitely kindling now.
Okay. Zone of destruction has been marked.
It shatters only 10 feet square. It's not a fireball, but you know.
No problem.
Yeah, I'm a warlock. We get the poor man's version.
Give it a level. You get fun stuff later.
Oh, I get plenty of fun stuff, but I don't ever get fireball.
You don't need Fireball. You have Eldritch Blast.
1d12, 5d8. Okay, sure. Yeah, that's him. Otherwise, he's just going to dip, duck, dodge, and dip.
Got it. 2 is going to lash out again. Nope. And that takes us to Agnes.
Ooh. All right. Well, seeing as this lovely little leech has latched itself onto my dear friend Darling, I am going to stab at it once more with my rapier. And I still kind of have sneak attack damage, right?
Yeah, now you definitely have sneak attack.
Now I definitely have it. Great.
Yep.
Great. I don't need to waste.
All you gotta do is hit.
Yep.
Nice.
19.
Solid hit.
Great.
Decent damage.
Alrighty. And for my bonus action, I'm gonna attack with my dagger. I'm gonna do another stabby stab. Or not.
Or not.
As a natural 1.
Oh dear.
That's okay.
I'm gonna assume I just dropped it.
You just meased.
East.
You were playing cautious, so you didn't accidentally stab Darlie while you were doing that.
Yeah, she didn't need any more holes poked in her.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Speaking of holes poked in them, 3 is going to continue to claw at Luis's face, as 1 does when 1 is a vampire. Let's see. Okay, he can soak 17, right?
Yeah, technically.
Okay.
Puts me at 4.
Comfortably,
But,
not
you
so
know,
much.
You're not dead yet.
It's true. I'm not dead yet.
What's Darlene? Oh, Darlene, I need a strength check.
An advantage, right? Still.
Yep, still at advantage.
Ship. The ship don't do nothing. That's a 20.
Dirty 20. You are loose.
Eh.
You can do stuff.
Oh yeah, you best believe I'm going to do stuff. So I'm going to knock it off me. And it definitely bit me, right?
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, we're doing the extra. We're doing the extra. You bit me. Like
How rude!
wow, I cannot believe
Wow.
What are we
these
in
dice are
kindergarten?
cursed. I'm changing my dice. These are cursed.
I told you! I warned you and you didn't believe me.
Changing my dice. They're going back to the dice of heroism.
Yeah, that guy's going back to die jail.
Yeah, this is the D&D Beyond equivalency of the die jail.
Mhm.
And just to rub it in my own face. Oh my god, I could have seen. Look,
Is that what
Messed with the juju.
it could have been?
it could have been a 15.
Could have been a 1.
I wouldn't have rolled that myself. I wouldn't want to know.
Now it's in my psyche of why those dice are in dice jail.
Uh,
The important things you have to know about a game. Oh, Arwen, tell me about what Amelie is doing now that she's watching this.
All right.
As she watches Luis kind of starting to lose his fight.
All right. I'm going to use all my remaining movement or whatever it takes to get right up there close to number 1?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to do the problem with okay, no, never mind. I'm going to make a quarterstaff attack with my parasol against number 1.
Okay. That'll hit.
15 to hit. Yay. Oops. Yay.
Solid amount of damage.
All right. And then I am going to spend a key point to that's a key point, right? Yeah. I'm going to spend a key point for patient defense to take dodge as a bonus action.
Okay.
So I'm going to hit and then
Be
be
defensive.
ready to be defensive.
defensive. Be defensive.
So that's put your AC effectively at 21.
Yeah, I'm about to be real hard to hit.
Nice.
Okay. Well, 1 is going to turn and take its actions to try to hit you. Because you're right there and you did just hit it most recently.
Yep.
And that defense almost got you out of it.
Dang.
but one gets through for 8.
Dang. Okay.
You can take 8.
I can take 8. Yeah.
You're doing fine. 4, on the other hand, is best positioned. Oh, nope. 4's going to try to eat Darlene.
Again.
Let's see. So claw. Darlene's going to take 4. As she continues to be battered and beat by this thing.
Whatever. I'm at 44 out of 56. I don't care.
What's Luis doing? Besides bleeding.
Let's say bleeding heavily. Luis is going to speak a word of power. Not that cool word, though. Everybody needs to make a Constitution check, DC 14. Everyone, all the vampires near me. Or take 4 radiant damage.
Hmm.
I got all sparkly.
All sparkly.
Interesting. Let's see here. So 1, 2, 3. Okay, so 1 and 3 take a little bit of damage. Glitter lock. So that's 4 and 3 takes 4. Check. Let's see here. 2 would be up next and is going to attempt to grab onto Luis. Darn it. And then just tries to hit him. Darn it. Agnes is up.
Woo! Stabby, stab.
No crazy insights or anything? Just stabby.
Well, since Darling's close enough, I don't need to do the crazy insights. I also rolled a 23.
Jeez.
Wow.
Damage, please.
Yeah. Okie doke. 12 damage.
Impressive.
They still standing?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Dagger it is. 7.
Dagger, it's
Good.
not.
No, it's not. No.
A dagger, it unfortunately, is not.
It's hard getting around the wood in Darling. Okay? It's a tight fit.
Okay, I need a strength check from Luis.
$17.
Ah, nice.
Ooh.
Got me ice cream?
He's,
Sorry.
When
You
your
guys
character's-
think I was joking when I said I needed ice cream for this session.
when your character's about to die, but you have
My
ice
character's
cream.
about to die, but it's okay. I'll have ice cream.
Ice cream
I'll
goes great
just
with
become a vampire,
tears.
but it's okay. I have ice cream.
Ice cream goes wonderfully with
Okay.
tears.
The stench of death.
Okay, first attack you swing, you slither out of. Second one misses. That puts us at Darlene, who is currently raging.
Okay, we're gonna try it again. All right, dice, don't fail me now.
Dice failed you now.
Damn it. You couldn't do that before, and the roll from before, after. Give me that ice cream.
Fair. Absolutely fair.
Chocolate raspberry truffle.
Oh,
Nice.
dang.
Noise.
That sounds good.
It's exactly what you need for a time like this.
Mhm.
Okay, Amelie's up. What's she up to?
Okay. I am going to, with my main action, I'm going to make an unarmed strike
Okay.
or
Or that'll
22
hit.
to hit. Yay.
That does not miss.
Does not miss.
That's against number 1.
That's a
Take
7. And then I'm going to use a key point to make a flurry of blows.
Oh dear.
Nope.
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 Okay. But since I made an unarmed strike while holding my Kensei weapon, I get a +2 bonus to my AC until the next turn. Yeah. So I get a +2 to AC until my next turn. If I read that correctly.
Okay. Duly noted. That takes us to number 1, which is in position to keep trying to punch Amelie. And that makes sense under the circumstances. I need a
No.
strength check from our monk.
I can't say I blame. Oh, strength checks. I'm not good at those.
No, you're not.
Yeah.
Are we allowed to use our points?
No.
Darn.
No, unfortunately, no.
Well, I have 7,000 points.
I will
Or
remind
17,000.
everybody, there are cards out there. Okay, so bad news is you are currently grappled.
Yep.
The good news is they did not successfully bite you while you were grappled.
Well, that's good. I'll take that.
Okay, you'll survive.
You're too wiggly.
I'm wiggly, but I can't, grappling is not good for me because
You guys
strength
remember
checks
the
are not
first-
good.
You guys remember the first clip? She's too bitter.
Yeah. And apparently you're too sweet.
Something like that.
You saw this ice cream?
Oh, let's see. I need a strength check from our barbarian. It is at advantage. Does look good. Does not look good. Does not look good.
I'm just gonna sit here with my ice cream now.
The good news is, again, you take no appreciable damage, but you are also wrapped up by one of them.
I need to cut back on my sugar.
Okay, so how's Luis doing?
Luis is still standing. Yeah. Luis is going to speak that low-level word of power again. Con 14. This time doing 3 radiant damage.
Con 14 for 1, 2, and 3. So 1, 2, and 3. And this
then-
time, there was no appreciable damage from it.
Alas.
Alack.
And then I will kinetically try and shove the vampire off of Amelie.
Oh.
DC strength 14.
I have a quick question.
Yes.
When contesting a grapple, should I have been able to use Dex? I thought it was Dex or Strength for the target, but I could be wrong about that.
It could be.
Okay.
We will file that away for later.
All right.
The good news is it is pushed off of you,
Oh, cool.
thanks to Luis. Doink. And that then takes us to number 2. You know what? I think at this point, number 2 is going to take its actions. Figures. I would love to know what Agnes is doing.
Okay, Agnes is once again gonna go stab. The tried and true.
Tried and true.
Yeah. It's worked so far. And it's gonna work again with a natural 20.
Nice.
Okay.
Oh gosh, that's a lot of damage.
Eh.
I don't think you can take the sneak attack for the second one. So
Well, did it double both of them?
I think so. I think that's what it did. I don't know. It just kept rolling dice.
No, you double all your damage dice. So
Oh,
that includes your sneak attacks. If your sneak attack's normally 2d6, it would be 4d6. Yeah, so 17, 20, 28 damage.
okay.
That's an impressive outlay.
I love these dice so much. The dice that I use are so good. Considering they're called cursed.
Let's see. I'm going to download that really quick. I'm going to, before Amelie's turn comes up. Actually, I think I just do this.
Is that vampire still standing?
It is.
Oh, well then. Bonus action.
Oh my
Bonus
God.
action.
Yeah. Dagger one more time. Let's see how bad this one is. Does a 12 hit?
No, it does not.
This dagger is completely useless. It's okay, the rapier works, so it's fine. But that's the end of my turn.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You can. Right click and then pick the stuff, and you can get it to do the critical damage. So it does all in one shot.
Mhm.
Handy. Okay, before 3 gets its action, this window shatters open. That would be this window. So I'm going to do that. And this falls into the room.
What the fuck?
Oh, no.
Three. Oh God. Is it lit?
Yes.
Okay. Put it
That's an important detail.
That is an important detail. Could have been a scare
It's not
tactic.
lit.
It is very lit. 3 is not paying attention to it because she is trying to nom on Luis. I need a grapple escape. Dex or strength check.
We'll just start with strength.
Sure, yeah. So, yeah, this is about to get real interesting.
Yeah.
Darling, I need a strength check. Or Dex.
They're the same.
And you have advantage because you are raging.
Okay.
You are
Hold on.
loose.
Yeah, they're double 14s. What? What? Okay. I'm just gonna like slip out and be like, stop touching me. Gross, no, thank you. Lord.
And then
I'm scared.
nothing like game murder hugged right next to a lit bundle of dynamite. Yeah, we'll go with that.
Okay. Look, I'm just trying to. This thing needs to go away. Me no likey.
And that's that.
Extra death for biting me, you jerk.
4 is defeated and off the board.
Yay.
All right. Would either of us have noticed the dynamite coming in? Probably.
Oh yeah, you heard the window smash.
Okay, can I see it from here? Like can I like see
Yes.
how long the wick is left?
That's a good question. Somewhere between 15 and 6 seconds.
board. Okay. How much I can 30 feet. Can I make it over there? No. This is like, yeah, no, I can't make it over there. And shooting it doesn't seem like the best option, so you know what? Yeah, I mean, it's gonna sound really bad. I'm gonna yell down at them. Someone doesn't do anything about that dynamite! I'm carrying Agnes out of here!
Carrying, I'm running.
I sling Agnes over my shoulder just in case, and I'm ready to go.
Wow.
I am
Good
the
to know where you
designated
stand.
sack of potatoes.
I can't reach it. You guys are over there. I can't do anything about it.
I was ready to
Besides,
start
make it
running down the
worse.
stairs.
Besides, if I make it worse going up to you guys.
What would Amelie like to do in this moment?
Okay, so here's my plan. You tell me if it'll work or not. I would like to run over and grab the dynamite. I'm going to try and huck the dynamite back out the window, and I can spend a key point for Step of the Wind which gives me a disengage as a bonus action. So I think I can disengage and not get an opportunity attack and try and use my action to chuck the dynamite back out the window. Will that work?
Roll me a wisdom check.
Okay. Straight wisdom?
Straight wisdom. I want to write something down over here.
Uh-oh. That's a 6.
And
It looks really cool in my brain.
can you roll me a wisdom check?
Okay. Hey, that's a natural 20 plus 30.
Well, that was Andy was supposed to do that.
Oh, sorry. I didn't hear Andy.
That was
My
his
bad.
roll. I want to pass him a
My
note.
bad. I didn't hear the Andy part. My audio cut out.
Yeah, I didn't either, so you're not alone. I was asking who was supposed to be rolling.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
We'll assume that you rolled a natural 20. Here's a note. Role play that however you want.
Which part?
Yeah. Maybe leave the dynamite and run.
Okay.
I'll be fine.
You want to leave? You want me to run?
Yes.
Okay. Are you telling me that? Are you
Yes.
like, 'cause I'm okay.
I see you start to go for the lit dynamite, and I'm like, no, get out. Go.
Okay.
I'll be fine. I have a plan.
I'm gonna shoot a like, are you sure? Look over my shoulder, and then I'll run for the stairs.
Okay, and that's with your disengage from your super
I'll spend a key point to take the disengage.
40 feet of movement. Yeah. Are you down the stairs in front of everybody, or are you just gaggling up at the top of the stairs?
If we're just trying to get out as fast as Darling showed us where her priorities are. I'll just run down the stairs. I'll make it as far as I can out the room.
Okay.
If that's what we're going for.
That'll work. Number 1 is going to give chase. Gets to about there. And it's going to take a swing at Agnes. It is going to land a claw attack for 8 damage.
And then a claw attack while I have her on my shoulders, like spanking her.
Yeah. Yeah. Gotta spread some of the love. Okay,
Oh my
Louise.
gosh.
Let's hear the plan.
Okay. Step 1. Try and TK this jerk who is currently death hugging me off of me. My bonus action.
Okay.
DC 14 strength.
Oh, that's your push thingy?
My push thingy.
Your push thingy. Okay, it gets a 5-foot push.
Away from me.
Check.
Excellent. Action. Disengage.
Disengage.
Move. I jump out the window.
Okay.
Yoink. That's
Nice
fair.
knowing your ankles.
An athletics check, if you'd be so kind.
This is where this plan sort of potentially falls down.
It's okay if you break your ankle. I can carry you too.
Put me down. Still move.
It's muddy. As long as you're not trying to like keep your clothes clean, you can roll when you hit.
That's what prestidigitation is for.
He's right.
I'm trying to survive.
There's definitely a splush when you hit. So there's that going for you. Give me 10 seconds here. I don't have a token for this ready. Oh, wow, those are all really good. You know, sometimes Google Images just really comes in clutch when you're looking for something in particular. Sometimes. Not as often as I would like. But yes. So you jump out and hit the ground. That's going to take us to number 2. Which is going to start to kind of like stack up over there. Agnes, what are you guys doing?
All right.
Which I think
It
2's
hasn't
just
tried to
going to
grab-
snarl out the window.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna get out of Darling's hold.
Okay.
One and try to at least and push her. Like, go. We need to speed this along. Go. I'm gonna take one stab at vampire number 1.
Okay.
Okay.
Can't leave well enough alone.
Yeah, does a 21 hit?
21 will totally hit.
Okie doke.
For 7.
All right. And then bonus action, disengage to follow Amelie and Darling down the stairs.
Disengage bonus, going down the stairs. This would be the moment when the dynamite goes off.
Okay.
Agnes, halfway down the stairs, not Agnes, Amelie, followed closely by Agnes, will watch as like the floorboards in front of you in the main coffin storage room get blasted down with a shower of splinters and smoke. Darlene is going to probably get blown out the window.
Ooh.
No.
I'll need an athletics check, please.
Oh, it was at a 17, so fucking close. Ah! That's not an advantage because I was raging.
Yes, it's an advantage because you're raging.
Oh crap! Okay, cool. Damn it!
There we go.
Who said I'm not Brendan Fraser? Oh man.
And after the explosion, there's a moment of kind of quiet as bits of wood and tiles filter down from above. I'm curious what y'all would like to do now.
Cry into the mud.
Going to look around to see if I can figure out who threw the dynamite.
Yeah, where's the creepy owner dude?
The creepy owner dude is standing out front, looking absolutely stymied and furious. Actually, no, he's still inside and mostly in shock. Let's go with that route. You see a cloaked figure standing near an alleyway that then turns and disappears up the alley away from you.
Okay, cool. Are any vampires coming out of the holes in the building?
No.
All right.
Boom.
There's not much of a building left. I mean, like the whole, like the upper floor is mostly
Gone.
like open balcony now.
That could be a problem.
You said he's still inside on a lower floor? It's not updating
Yes.
for me for some reason. And the girls are still inside on the staircase?
Yes.
I'm
Okay.
coming down the stairs.
I'm going back in.
Yeah.
By the time they get down the stairs, you said the shopkeep doesn't look like this, right?
Right.
What does he look like compared to me? How big is he?
About half your weight, about 3 inches taller than you.
I'm gonna grab him by the collar and shove him up the wall.
Nice.
Why were there vampires upstairs?
I didn't know there were vampires upstairs.
Why are you keeping people in crates that aren't dead?
I had to.
For
I'm
what
gonna-
reason
I'm gonna
could you possibly have for keeping dead people or living people in crates?
Living dead people.
It was part of the deal. It was part of the deal.
What deal?
I told you, I get good business. All I had to do was keep them quiet, keep the bones safe, wait for the town guard to show up to arrest you.
What?
He points up at the, smoldering ruins of his shop.
That's not arresting us. That's killing us.
They're going to arrest you now.
We didn't do that.
I saw you do it.
Did you? And she's gonna tighten the.
I'm gonna start looking for another. Is there like a back door
Well, there's the hole that you guys blew in it.
on the ground floor? Like, can we get out? Or it's not
Oh,
just
yeah.
okay. I wasn't sure if the roof just blew off.
No, there's a pretty good hole in the wall, too.
Okay.
I'm gonna tell Darling, have fun with him. I'm gonna find these bones. And I'm gonna go into this next room
She's
with
gonna go
Darling.
find bones.
I'll let you have your fun with him.
So
Yeah. Well, we should.
I'm gonna
maybe,
make this really easy. I'm
We might as
gonna
well just
ask
set
him
up a
one
giant
question.
beacon.
I'm gonna set up one question. Did you actually see us?
Yes.
Punch. Did you actually see us?
Yes.
Punch. Did you actually see us?
No.
Puts him down.
Guards!
Punch as hard as I can. Knock him out.
Meanwhile, what's Amelie doing?
I'm gonna go after Agnes and take a real quick look, see if I can find anything that looks like the bones we're looking for, and then I'm not gonna spend more than a minute or two because we got to get out of here.
Okay.
But I know that I have a much smaller chance of getting her out if we don't find the bones. So
What is Luis up to?
Apparently teleporting into the back room somehow.
Sorry.
All good.
You're still outside.
All right. I was somewhat confused. So is the whole top of the building blown off essentially?
Yeah.
Okay. So in addition to the obvious explosion at the coffin shop, which, and the yell of guards, a building across the street is also on fire. Or at least it looks like it's on fire.
Minor illusion?
Silent image, yeah.
Silent image. Fair. So you have
It is a 15-foot cube of flame, or a 15-foot tall, like, plume of fire coming off of a different building.
Interesting call. Because as the guards start to pour down the alley towards the coffin shop, immediately they're going to start to organize a bucket brigade for the building across the street, as it is actively burning compared to the one that's been blown up, which is now done.
Agnes, we gotta go. We don't have time to look. We don't have time for this.
I need perception checks from the two people doing a quick check.
Okay.
All right. Can I add my super extra special
22.
+5 to that for my observation? Observant feat.
Just roll it and see what happens.
Okay. That's a 7.
I don't think your +5 is going to matter.
Okay.
I got a 22.
However, in the wreckage, Emily will notice several of the floorboards have also been blown off of a cubby in the corner of the coffin storage room.
I'm gonna immediately investigate that. See if I can pry them up with my parasol.
I'm going to follow her because I noticed she noticed something, at least. I noticed she noticed something.
You pry the boards off, and there's where they've been pulled up and replaced several times. You can see a cubby with a leather bag about yay big tucked down in it.
That's the only thing in there?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm gonna grab it and toss it to Agnes.
Bones!
Be careful, they're delicate.
So are we. Let's get out of here. And I'm gonna make a beeline for the opening in the wall.
I'm going to follow her out, and I'm going to keep this bag clutch close to my chest to make sure it doesn't move too much.
Okay. What's Darlene doing?
I was just waiting. Once I knocked this motherfucker out, I'm going with them. I'm just hanging out behind them.
Okay.
And if they're running, I'm running.
So you have a chance to run out into the rain. Do you have a particular direction you plan to head?
Wherever the guards aren't looking.
Back towards the church.
Towards the church, but
In a roundabout way.
in a roundabout way. Trying not back alley, trying not to attract attention.
Mm-hmm. We're going to sneak.
I can sneak.
Maybe. I don't have a negative in sneak.
Is there anything interesting you plan to do to make this go more smoothly? Or are we all just making sneak rolls?
Should we stagger our exits so we're not all leaving in one group?
We could do that, yeah. Depending on how much time we have. We could also split different directions and so we're not all in a cluster.
That's fair enough.
Yeah, kind of splinter off and take not all the same route, but not too far away from each other.
Yes. Because if that man wakes up, they'll be looking for 4 people, possibly in a group. It'd be good to split up.
True. Yeah. Split up a little bit, blend into the crowd, meet back at the church. That's all I can think of to make it smoother.
Okay. So you guys spread out. I do need everyone to roll me a stealth check if you are indeed going to keep a low profile.
Okay.
No pressure.
So these dice are only good at combat. I'm a not sneaky rogue.
Oh dear.
I see that.
Yeah.
I see that. I see that.
Yeah, I don't have proficiency in
How was
stealth.
my 13 the highest?
Not that kind of party.
It's,
No, apparently not.
yeah.
We're not stealthy at all. Oh boy.
Okay. No problem. You head off, you split up, keeping a low profile and sticking to the various alleyways as you can get through the town itself. You have to cross more or less through the town center or town square to get to your destination, so it is a bit of a challenge to keep that low profile. In fact, at one point, Agnes finds herself fascinated as she stops in front of all places, a toy store where they have clockwork dolls and figures actively working inside the front window. And periodically, and the shopkeeper is winding one, sets it down and looks out and sees her with that moment of like, whoa, wait, what are those? And he looks panicked before he runs out the back door. You can hear him shouting in the back. So she takes off at a pretty good clip. Let's see. Where am I checking? And as she starts to book it with the bones, multiple guards step in front of the road in front of her. How is Agnes going to handle this inauspicious moment?
Well, she's gonna find an alleyway and duck into an alley and hopefully not end up in a dead end.
You're going to outrun the guards?
Outmaneuver.
Okay. She takes a quick step to the right and then jukes to the left and bolts down the nearest passageway between two houses she can find. I would love an appropriate roll. What do you think you're using for this?
Let's see. It would probably still be stealth because she's trying to sneak away.
They have spotted her, you know, right?
Yeah.
But you can try to hide and hope they go past you.
Yeah.
Okay. You hear their boots in the mud as you take off down a corner and ooh, good hiding spot, duck. Roll it.
This is gonna go horribly.
Is it?
10.
10.
Middle of the road.
Yep. Bum, 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 bum.
Oh.
Oh? Why oh?
I have a flask of oil. Can I? It's still
table.
raining outside.
It
okay,
is.
Right?
Yes. Steady downpour.
Is it possible for me to pour the oil into the street as I'm running to make it slick? Like behind me?
I will only add to this that it's muddied cobblestones. Oil will not make a significant difference in slipperiness.
Okay.
If you were to ignite the oil, that would create a whole different hazard.
Okay. Well, I do have a tinderbox with me. Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna light it. Let's light it up. Oh. I don't know if that would work. So yeah, we're just gonna use the tinderbox. Never mind.
So you're gonna try to start a fire behind you?
Yeah.
Survival, please.
Okie doke. This is gonna go poorly.
Is it?
I'm gonna say it to hopefully do a backwards jinx. What is that? A 3! It's too wet.
It's gonna go any second now.
No.
It's gonna go any second. Any second. It's gonna pop. Like right now, it's gonna pop. And then you hear splush, 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 and like all we see is boots. And you whacking away at this piece of flint. And then a hand reaches down, kind of covers yours for a second. And you look up. It's one very large, burly man, and another one with that misshapen arm.
Oh,
Look up at them and say, lovely weather we're having today. So chilly. Reminds me of home, actually. All the rainy London days. Quite miss it. You know, thought I'd warm up a little bit.
The big guy goes, I'll stay with her. Go tell the others. And the guardsman heads off down the street to go find other people. He reaches down, grabs hold of your arm, and starts to pull you to your feet.
Oh, my other hand would be full of the bones.
Any chance any of the rest of us could like come across a side street and like see what's happening, or is she just on her own?
She's on her own for now, but I'll bring y'all back
Okay.
in just a second.
Okay.
I'm assuming Agnes is being pulled to her feet.
Yeah.
She has some time to look him over, and he's not a small man.
Yeah.
He's really big. And then you hear a voice.
Does he look smart? Does he look smart?
Oh, he looks like he's smart enough to know to rip you apart if you do anything.
Okay. But what do I hear?
You hear a voice. Ah, there she is. Thank you. You have found her. And he turns and goes, what do you need? That is my sister. Thank you so much for finding her. Now you should go talk to the other guards and tell them that the miscreants can be found. You should get going. Soon. And you see there's a moment where he blinks. Yeah, should tell the other guards. And he turns and he starts to amble down the way.
you just Jedi mind tricked him.
She did!
And you see
She must have a lot of
This is
sway
not-
in this town.
This is not the girl you are looking for.
She must have a lot of sway in this town to get him to leave me alone.
a semi-familiar cloaked figure steps out and goes, we should get going quickly. I only had the one bundle. I do not want to have to use it again. That would not go well.
Thank you very much. Yes, let's go. I'm headed for the
bundle?
church.
Drop,
I don't know.
drop, drop.
I'm not going to question it at this point. We're going to go.
You meet back up at the church. The pastor is like, I hate to use too much common vernacular, but the best way to describe it is like freaking the hell out.
Mm-hmm.
Because everyone heard the explosion. And he is sure that was you.
What?
So many problems are solved by
Nonsense.
explosions. What makes him think it could be us?
He hustles you all into the church, closes the door, and then looks at Luis to help him put a pew in front of it. Just in
You always
case.
look at me.
Because you're the gentleman of the group.
I also have 4 HP.
And he looks to Darlene to help him put a pew in front of the door.
There we go.
I
Luis
help.
is like limply pushes the pew slightly and then just sits down in one.
Luis like pushes. Nope.
Bushes falls into the pew. Like,
Sure.
You found the artifacts?
believe so, yes. I haven't actually looked at the bones yet.
Reaches his hands
Taking
out
a
for the
proper-
bag.
Here, and I'm very delicately going to hand them over.
He completely indelicately takes the bag, pops to the help, and goes, "Yep, those are those."
Oh, good.
There's a little part of you is like, "Oh man, why is he not artifacts, historical evidence, gloves, cushion pads?"
Yeah, the bones are delicate. How old are they? Wait, can I see the bones now
Sure.
at the point? Okay. Can I maybe make a rough estimate of how old these bones might be?
Sure.
Okay.
What are you gonna roll?
I was going to roll a history check.
I would love for you to roll a history check.
Okay.
Nothing would make my evening
Just-
more than a history check.
That's a 9.
You're not even
a
sure
plus
these are
7.
human remains.
That's my archaeologist. She's so talented. And I'm so proud of her.
I only rolled good in combat. Why?
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 You're very much an archaeologist in the vein of Indiana Jones. You mostly punch things, and occasionally pretend something should be in a museum before throwing it in a satchel and tossing it over your shoulder.
Yup.
Yep.
Yup.
Yep.
Yeah.
I at least try to be delicate with it, even if I'm not sure what I'm looking at.
At what point did he ever put gloves on to work with something?
Exactly. Agnes will at least try to put gloves on.
So you got Richard O'Connell guarding Indiana Jones.
Sure.
Sure.
We'll go with that.
This is
The pastor will-
strangest.
We'll head behind the altar to push the bones back down in it, and seal them back into their little coffer. And he'll kindly ask, "So what exactly did cause the explosion? That was you, wasn't it? I'm amazed the artifacts survived the blast. What did you do?"
Someone threw some dynamite into the room that we were in.
Oh yes, someone.
No, quite literally someone.
Broke a window and everything.
I had to jump out of a window.
You jumped out the window. Wow. I don't think I saw
How
that.
did you think I got out of the room?
I thought you were blown out.
I
Honestly, a lot happened, okay? It's very difficult to keep track of everybody.
fair enough. Yeah, he doesn't look particularly blown up. Like he's cut and, bleeding or whatever, but his clothing's pristine. Oh, he looks terrible, but his outfit is perfect.
Clothes are immaculate.
Yeah, pristine.
Somewhere there's a continuity editor who is pulling his hair out. They're not gonna get it, man. They're not gonna get it. They're gonna think I suck at my job.
He's done this enough. It's become a character trait.
Yeah, it's just while we were all sneaking away in our own paths, he was just cleaning himself up.
Yeah, he took time to do a load of laundry, a little bit of darning. It's fine.
Yeah, take a nice iron to the collar of the shirt.
All the little things one does.
Put a fresh flower in the lapel.
Yeah, he stopped doing that. They kept wilting.
One's got to make sure the costume's in good order.
Yeah, exactly. No eating in your costume either.
Fair. The priest lays out. So none of you caused the explosion?
Not directly, no.
No, not unless one of us can duplicate ourselves, which I don't think is actually possible.
You hear the voice near the door. That would be me.
Did she follow me to the church?
Oh
We
yeah.
all went to the church together? Okay. Is she in the church now?
Yeah, she slipped in.
Oh, great. Oh, yes. And she saved me from some guards as well.
I don't know what you are talking about. I did no such thing. She kind of raises her eyebrows at Agnes. We simply told them that we were not the ruffians they were looking for, no?
Ah, yes. Apologies, sister.
We are not really related.
I'm aware.
Good.
I'm sure I would remember having a sibling.
They are not all they are cocked up to be.
No, I did enjoy being an only child.
There is only one of you?
Yes.
Shocked. Duly noted. And as you have a chance to breathe, this seems like a good chance to take a short break. Let everybody collect their thoughts, release anything they need to release, and meet back after those who are hanging out with us can enjoy a couple of clips of the channel. We'll see y'all back here in about 4, maybe 5.
Sounds good.
Having taken a holy order of some kind and other oaths.
I'm thinking like an elven, like really. That makes sense.
Kung Fu Elfin Monk?
Kung Fu Elfin Monk. Okay.
Yes, that meditates a lot.
I can live with that.
Because elves don't have to sleep as much, so it totally right.
Oh no, that whole love interest thing. That's right. Oh, I forgot. I almost killed him.
He goes in, he does a few loops, he comes back out and beep.
Okay. Beep once if there's dead bodies in there. Beep twice. No, that doesn't work. All right, beep twice. No, that doesn't work. Okay, beep. Yeah, screw it. I'm going to see if I can sneak up. I'm like, see if I can sneak up and find a widow to kind of like. It's not really the sharpest tack in this box. David.
There's a way to check if you really want to know. I'm intrigued. Cut your hand. Bleed in front of her.
Got it.
I mean, but if she's
Yeah, I didn't think I'd do it. I so did it. Smell it?
but like she could not necessarily
So
be a
positive right there.
vampire.
Well, you're
She'd be,
saying
like,
that she is a vampire, so
or she's like possessed by one, or like
Cutting her hand open.
or like the
in the middle
leader.
of Strahd's domain.
Wait, her
Sounds
hand or
like,
my
not
hand? I
hers,
just cut
not
my hand
hers,
open.
not hers.
sounds like a
James.
fantastic idea. Oh,
I didn't have to cut my hand open. We need to cut her hand open.
oh.
No.
Come here, girl. Come on.
no, you
I'm
mean to
already
say-
bleeding.
James just like waving his bloody hand in
Like, come
Irina's
on.
face.
Jeez.
Boy, that sucks. Like, I feel bad for him. Okay.
I've never seen this before.
Unspeakable brutality.
Yeah, a little closer. Go to the right. Oh no, I dropped down. Oh no, I'm under us.
I think they're sinking.
Yeah, this.
Okay, drop the anchor so we can collect our stuff.
I feel like we should not be meddling anyway. If there's someone killing someone else, it might be for a good reason. You don't know.
Oh my.
Look dark. Wow. We have killed lots of people for various and sometimes no good reason. Yeah, she's not wrong. Oh, good lord, we're murder
I'm not
hobos.
one to judge, okay?
Am I to conclude the party is going to enter into the house?
Yes.
Yeah.
Like, why am I here?
I legit have been screaming this entire time. So you know what? What is the health of
You're
everybody
also
right now?
full health. You want to like come
All right,
back and join
everyone's
the battle?
full health.
Like, no, we're not. The rest
All
of
right.
us are like highly injured. You're on
Yeah,
the
we're
outside
all
full
hurting
health. You wanna,
pretty
like,
bad.
The
help out a little
Jamboard
bit?
says that everybody's. Oh,
refresh.
Refresh
Never mind.
that. Yeah. Like,
yeah.
Ember's alive because I just healed for 12. Show us that 12 out of 41.
You
were
were
like
literally
farting
seeing
around
full
on the
health
outside of
this
the circle.
entire
Like,
time,
come
weren't you,
join
Yansen?
me. I'm full health. Y'all, I'm
Shadows
having
didn't
picnic
have a
over here.
spot on the jam of the thing, and I was just like, oh, I don't know.
Oh, I think we broke the.
You're swinging again.
Oh man,
Wow,
this
guy's
guy.
tough.
What's up with this guy?
He's
What? What? This doesn't happen. This doesn't happen. All right, we're going. Let's go.
Okay.
And followed by the smite. Come on, Timber. We got this.
I mean, if he doesn't go down now, I don't know.
And
but
he
maybe.
finally drops.
Yes.
And is out of the scrap. Gets to the guy in the
Yeah.
safe, yes.
So we assume this guy is bad.
Oh, he's super bad.
Well, you know.
Okay, that's all I needed to know.
I mean, he
Good.
keeps on trying
have-
to. He's a dick. He keeps on trying to coerce Irina into coming up to his castle and fucking die, become a vampire lady, and she's not into it.
Well, I mean, you know, okay.
Maybe re-roll.
Yeah, re-roll it. Re-roll it. The birds are
Yeah.
important.
Everyone's
We
in
screwed
on the
these-
reroll.
I screwed these birds up earlier. We need
Come
a
on.
high roll.
We got this.
Yeah.
Let's do this.
Oh no. Oh my.
So,
Every time! I'm the bard who
amazing.
does not want to be a. I'm really bad at being a bard.
That is amazing.
Worst bard ever.
Yikes.
The good news is, after this adventure, you can start taking levels of anything else. Okay, and we're back. Hopefully you got to enjoy all of that wonderful clip. I want to say welcome, by the way, to William Knights. I apologize that you came in right as we were going to a BRB, but thank you for following, and particularly thank you to Dave, who has been subscribing to the channel for a full year now, and is always incredibly generous with their support. Dude, you are a man among mere mortals, which you already know since you teach the very thing that allows us to do all the things we get to do here with the technologies. So it's not enough to know how a computer works, but to be able to teach how a computer works, that's a whole nother level and something I have never successfully aspired to. But so there we are with all of that. Coming off of the break, you had a chance now to gather in the church. The Vistani girl Arabelle is with you. Irina is with you. And the pastor is attempting to reinter the relics of St. Andal into the cubby underneath the altar. Who would like to do what?
I would like
I'm
to
going
take a
to.
brief nap.
Vote for nap. Check. Agnes?
I am going to help the priest inter the bones again because the way he handled them before made me very uncomfy.
Let me just do that for you.
Yes, just tell me where they go, please.
Mostly that involves him just pushing them into the cubby and closing the little latched door, climbing up out of it, and putting the floorboards back.
That's it.
That's it.
That's it.
When that's done, he gets out the holy book and begins praying and chanting. And if you'd like to help, he invites you to take over the cantor part if you think you can hit the high notes.
Can Agnes sing? Let's roll for that. No, Agnes does not sing.
How's Agnes's Latin?
Pretty good, actually. She speaks Latin, yeah.
But does she sing Latin?
She doesn't sing, so no.
Fair enough.
Louise can sing.
But Luis is napping. I'm just gonna walk away from the
Wow. The shade throw is real.
You're napping. Go away.
Yeah. Yeah, so Agnes is just gonna, like, as soon as he starts doing his prayer thing, she's just gonna be like, okay, and now we're done. We're leaving this guy, and I'm gonna go back over to the Vistani girl whose name I once again have forgotten. And thank her again for getting me out of that sticky situation.
Yeah, I'll go over there and thank her. She said she was the one who threw the dynamite, yes? Is that what she said?
She did.
Okay.
Yeah. And
I'm going to go over and thank her for that bit of quick thinking.
It was very little. Though I would also say that is probably the only usable dynamite I have come across in the valley in quite some time.
Well, it was just enough at just the right moment. We're very grateful.
We are technically even.
That's
Indeed
fair.
we are.
That is fair, thank you.
What is your hope here?
We're trying to get our friends somewhere safe. And we have run into some trouble in Valaki.
Yeah, that would be accurate.
Mm-hmm. We're also trying to get out of Barovia as well.
Very few get out. There is no road. At least no roads that anyone can travel. The mists keep us here.
How does that work?
Travelers wander into the mist. One of two things happens. They wander back, or they are never heard from again.
How do you
Well,
know
that's
that doesn't mean
encouraging.
that they left and never came back?
Fair question.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they could have escaped through the mist.
That would make sense. Though to be fair, when we have seen them, they are like the Walking Dead.
Oh, well, that's different.
That does it.
The lucky ones are the ones we never hear from again.
Got it.
Would you like
had
to
we
play
just-
those odds?
I don't think I would.
No comment.
Nope.
As Agnes starts to go, well, now that you mention it, if the odds are 1 in 4, I'm good with that.
Mm-hmm.
Had we just, I'm trying to remember, had we talked about where to try next to take Arena? Did we have somewhere we were going after Valaki? I'm trying to remember.
We were gonna look at the. He mentioned the wine wizard, wine guy, something, maybe.
The Wizard of Wines?
Yeah, that thing. Might be an independent thing.
Arabelle will nod if that name comes up, as she's heard of it before, and she will word, darn it,
English.
Nouns.
hashtag words are hard.
Hashtag English.
Concur. There's the word I wanted. That they do have a reputation for being somewhat independent. Whereas Valaki is, generally speaking, for the most part, pro-Strahd, as far as communities go.
Which is ironically the opposite of what we were told in Barovia.
Mm-hmm.
Well, The mayor, he does not have the power he thinks he does. The Lady Vactor, she is the real power in the town.
Well, that's unfortunate for us.
Yes, she did.
No, go ahead.
Well, she did talk like she actually ran the place, which doesn't surprise me.
She didn't seem to think much of the mayor.
No.
Do you have any suggestions for how we could get out of town? Hopefully unnoticed?
I do not have any more dynamite, if that is what you are asking.
More of, are there any less conspicuous ways to get out of town?
All of the ways are less conspicuous than dynamite.
I like her.
Oh, she's smart.
Mm-hmm.
She's played by the DM. She has to be.
I enjoy your wit.
It depends on
I
where,
like you.
where you want to go. The Wizard of Vines is just up the road. A couple hours, perhaps. She looks around the church. Your friend may find it safe here.
I don't imagine it would be safe here for very long. It's not going to take them long to figure out where we are.
And also, church is a public space. I mean, someone's bound to find her eventually.
To which the pastor will come around from behind the altar, rubbing his hands a bit. Yes, well, they may, but the townspeople, they turn to this church for support. If I offer sanctuary, they will respect it.
Do you think Irina will be safe here, Father?
I believe so. I do. I have been free of Lady Wagner's attentions for some time, and I think the people would not take kindly to her violating sanctuary if it got out that your dear friend Irina was here.
I'm going to just look at Irina like, what's her opinion on the matter?
I'm going to ask, do you think she would care much if the town were to be upset with her?
If who would care?
The town. Or Lady Wagner. Or Wagner.
Wagner? Oh,
Wagner.
she would rather take notice if they became cross with her. She has her eye on the burgomaster's mansion. And one does not simply seize power when one is so outnumbered.
I'm going to look at Irina. What do you think?
Irina will concede that this is probably about as safe as she's been in a while. And it will probably be safer if y'all aren't here.
I mean, that's entirely fair.
For a bit.
What?
Yeah.
Does she not like us? It's because she doesn't like us.
She's offended.
I am so offended.
Right. Well, that's Irina sorted. Where do we go from here?
Out of town. I don't think we're welcome anymore. If we were welcomed in the first place.
Yeah, well, we were welcomed in Lady Wagner's house.
For 5 minutes.
Oh no, she would have liked us to stay.
She would have kept you safe for the rest of your lives.
She wanted Irina to stay.
This is true. And Arabelle actually put her hand on the wall of the church near the door. There is something here now. This is safe.
As long as it doesn't get stolen again.
True.
I don't know. Is the priest still near us?
Yes.
I'm gonna tell him. You either might want to move those bones from their current hiding spot, or put an extra set of locks on top.
He nods and
Just a thought.
agrees he will do his part to keep them safe. So have you considered a way you will settle into the valley?
Guess that's what we're going to talk about next.
Or are you still thinking you might flee somehow?
I think we should get out of town while we can.
But then what?
Luis, like, sacked out.
He
He usually has opinions on where to go next.
Yeah.
He's pretty much passed out unless you want to go poke him.
I don't know if that. Well, he's.
Well, he does have what? Don't you have like 2 fresh holes as well? Or do they never manage to bite you?
I don't think they bit me. I think they grappled me a couple times and clawed the hell out of me.
Okay.
That they
So
did
do we want to take a short rest and then discuss where we're going next?
Yeah, you can actually jump to the end of the short rest as you guys converse through it. Short
That
rest
works.
is anytime you're not actively pushing yourselves. So you can
Oh,
take a short
okay.
rest while you talk.
Well, we can't talk much until Luis awake.
Is awake. Fair.
Otherwise, we're going to have the same talk
he
all
will
over
rouse
again.
himself in the interest of narrative flow.
All right.
And he will pull out like his tattered journal he always carries, the partially burned one. And is like, so in theory, we still need to find the Tome of Knowledge, the Item of Holy Power, and some sort of treasure.
Friends
If
we
we're
made
going to-
along the way.
Continue following the prophesized path.
Any idea where we go next to find any of those things?
An evil tree atop a hill of graves, or a dead village drowned by the river itself.
Both don't sound like a fun time.
Mm-hmm.
Nor
don't
do they
think
sound
fun
like
is really-
specific locations.
They might be. We don't know.
Perhaps this drowned village will be this lost city of Atlantis, and we'll find gold there.
No. The drowned village has the blade itself. No mention of gold.
Well, there can be gold there too.
The priest will speak
Agnes is
up.
being very sarcastic about her observations.
The village is not one that we speak of very often. They incurred Lord Strahd's wrath several generations ago. He became so cross that he actually diverted the river to flood it.
Well, that's...
That must have taken a lot of
Petty and
manpower.
vindictive? Yes, it is.
A little bit.
Is what's
But
happened.
it does
is
give us a place to go.
He was, according to the stories, he was denied his love there. And since he could not have her, not only would she not live to be with another, but none of her village would.
Noticing a pattern here with this guy.
Mm-hmm. Very possessive.
Yeah.
If that's what you call date me or die.
I would think that is
Well-
what you call a red flag.
Yup.
Yes.
Or a
but-
premise for a reality TV show.
Yes. Well, if it's flooded and no one's been there for ages, he's likely not going to look there.
Was there more in the reading about the drowned village?
Hmm?
Yes.
Say that again. I missed the question.
Was there more to the reading other than just the drowned village?
Something about a crone, keeping it as leverage.
A vitch?
Yeah, sure. We'll go with that.
Arabelle actually shudders and kind of pulls her cloak over her shoulders a little tight again.
So that's not like a euphemism, then.
The Zivistani give her, all of the witches of the valley, very wide berth.
How many witches are there in the valley?
Well, the stories say that one is in the drowned village, and there are stories of more in the windmill, the old bone grinder.
Well, that's a lovely name.
Really, I would have thought that was right up your alley.
Mm-hmm. I don't enjoy destroying bones.
Fair enough.
That fell out of fashion about a decade ago.
Yeah, it's all
We
about
don't do
grinding
that
mummies
anymore.
these days.
What'd you say?
Nothing.
No, I am actually curious. I'm not offended. I just really want to know what you just said.
I said it's all about grinding mummies these days.
Oh no, that was the victory.
Yeah,
that was
I
the
know.
10 years ago. Yes,
Are we still
used to eat
juicing
them
them?
then. Now they're makeup.
Ah,
That's just creepy.
Victorians were gross.
That was so creepy.
She says with the biggest smile on her face.
I mean, have you ever seen the Victorian hair jewelry and hair art? Creepy but pretty.
I dated a girl like that in college. Right. So,
so are we going? Do we want to try for the underwater city, or do we want to avoid witches for the time being?
Maybe check this winery out first. See if if they're anti-Strahd, maybe they have something useful for us, and maybe a place to relax and rest for a little bit longer, and then we can look into some of these other vague prophesied options for.
That does sound like a friendlier option.
Mm-hmm.
Arabo,
Who knows? Maybe we could get a good glass of wine.
Arabo will look at Agnes. Do you believe this prophecy?
Oh, absolutely not.
Then why are you
He
going
just
along
humors
with
me.
it?
Lack of better options at this point.
The DM racks his brain for a moment, catches back up again. Where did you get these prophecy?
Some
Madam, eh?
lady in a tent. Some soothsayer.
And that was how you found me.
Yeah.
And she looks at Agnes. You do not believe Madame Eva could tell the future.
Of course not. It's impossible to tell the future.
Darling just pulls up next to Agnes and like that's our little
Mystics.
skeptic.
All right. Mystics only take advantage of cues and details they pick up off of their clients, and usually, most certainly, speak in vague terms and in that could apply to any situation, and it is up to the client to determine how they apply to their own life. It's really a self-fulfilling prediction at any point.
Presumably people get attacked and attempted to be drowned all the time in, Barovia.
Yeah, probably. He did say he made many sacrifices.
This is fair, I suppose.
We're working on it.
And you watch as she's now starting
Oh, no,
to. She has
we're not.
a deck of cards she slipped out of a pouch that she sort of just rubs between her hands and kind of fans open and then closes back up again. Fans open and closes back up again.
She looks over at Amelie like, no, we're not working on anything. She's just storing it all away in her box of do not open back here.
Boxo trauma.
Oh, please. It's a sarcophagus of trauma. Okay, let's keep with the aesthetic here.
So the party has decided they're going to slip out of Valaki as quietly as they might and head for
a Wizards of Wine winery.
Let's get this wine.
So let's see here. You're making your way out of town, which is good. Are you sneaking out of town? Are you trying to take back alleys out? Are you just hitting the street and going for it?
I'd say sneaking out. Back alleys.
What?
I don't think we're gonna be able to just walk out the gate.
Fair.
I'm gonna if you're gonna make us roll stealth, I'm gonna put my whole heart and soul into this roll.
You say that, and then you get a 1.
Unless we can make a distraction of some kind. But that's always risky.
I will say that Dave was very generous this evening. There are re-rolls available for our final rolls of the night.
Yep,
that's true.
Yep.
So you've got it covered. Give me a collective stealth check as you start looking for a way to sneak out of town in one piece.
Not 20.
Ooh.
For 22.
Hey, 14.
I mean, Amelie,
Okay.
That's the highest one I've gotten this.
So the stealth checks are as follows: 22, 14, 22, and 7.
It wasn't me this time. It wasn't me.
Well, you have a bunch of rerolls if you.
Oh! We have a potential +5. I think we want to do the reroll though, because a 12 might not be enough to sneak out completely.
All right.
Or you decide.
Got this.
Do you want to keep your 12 or do you want to go for a reroll?
I'll take the reroll.
All right. Fair enough. Fair.
I'm made to be in front of the stage, not behind it.
He's going for door number 2.
Positive energies.
There we go.
Ooh, yay.
There we go. Shadow with to help push that up the scale. A phenomenal final check. Turned out great.
22, 14, 22, 14. 2 22s and 2 14s.
Okay. So, you make your way quietly out of town as best as you can. Which is a good thing. The guards, you're able to find a spot in the palisade that's wide enough that each of you can squeeze through. You walk a good distance down before you catch the road again, and you can start to make your way up the road a fair distance. It's starting, unfortunately, though, given the day you've had, the afternoon is coming upon you quickly, and with it, the early evening. So the first question is, do you want to press on for the winery in the dark, or make camp in the Slavic woods?
Let's see. Whole night in the woods or a couple hours?
Do we know about how far away we are? Like how many hours would we be traveling? Are we talking like
It's a couple hour walk.
night?
So you'd get there probably around 10 or 11ish. Cover of darkness and all that.
I don't know if we want to be visiting people in this area after dark. That seems to be when everybody is in no visitors mode.
No, but we could at least get close enough that
It's safer around
be
the
within
town.
hollering distance if there was bad
Trouble.
things.
Mhm.
I don't know if that would be better than just being out in the middle of nowhere.
Well, just like we had when we came up to Valaki, if they weren't going to let us in, we'd camp right outside the gate. Like,
Yeah, we were just gonna set up camp right there and wait for morning.
Mm-hmm.
might as well do that.
And it'll also get us farther away from Valaki.
Mm-hmm.
We don't want her just stepping right outside the gate and finding us. Or the guards.
The priorities.
Mm-hmm. Let's get away.
All right, so we push on at least for a while until it gets maybe like too dark to be at all navigable. Put as much distance as possible.
I think that sounds reasonable.
Let's speed walk it. Come on, guys, let's go.
You start to pick up the pace.
Speaking of for bookkeeping, did I get a short rest?
You did.
Awesome.
Yes, short rests were achieved by everyone that needs them.
Set that too.
Yes.
I also believe as
I didn't take a short rest.
Yes, short rest check. And
I didn't roll the die.
Trying to find.
1d12?
There's the button I wanted to find this part of the book. Skim, 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 skim. Perfect. Yeah, this will work out perfectly.
Wow.
As you make your way up the road, you can start to see where there's a hill off to your right that goes up to a winery, a massive wood and stone building sitting on top of a rise with the 2-track road that bears off the main road that winds up to it. You can make it out in the dust and the rain and the darkness. You can see what look like lights in some of the windows, and then you're not sure if they're lights or a fire.
Ooh.
Like a bonfire fire, or the winery is on fire?
Like potential fire inside the winery.
Don't want to have to deal with another burning building.
We didn't do it this time.
Getting allies by rescuing them is better than coming as a beggar.
That's true.
I say we hustle towards the winery.
All right, let's hustle towards the winery.
And we'll find out what you find at the winery next week.
No, we won't.
We won't. Are we off next week?
We are off next week.
We are off next week. No.
Lately?
Oh, yeah, you're right. The 12th, we don't have a game. So our next game is going to be on the 20th.
Wow.
That's unfortunate.
No.
That makes me sad.
Well,
That makes me sad.
Sad plate meal noises.
Those people can hold out for 2 weeks. It's fine.
Yeah, but I don't know if I can hold out for 2 weeks.
No. Nuh-uh. No, no.
No, no.
No, no.
No, no.
No, no.
This is why it's Agnes and Darling.
Okay, who made this decision? Well, it's what happens. It's what happens. Okay.
Yeah.
So, around the table, it was a short session because we started late in order to accommodate our West Coast players, which we still love. And we're glad that you gave up your early evening to join the rest of us. Let's go back around the table. Who are we? Who were we? And a star moment of the night we'd like to see more of. That really stood out. I was like, that was fun. Let's do that again. Arwen, you mind kicking us off?
Ooh, sure. I am Arwen Atreides. I was playing Amelie St. Clair, our debutante monk. And star moment of the night, I don't know, the shattering glass and the dynamite just coming through the window and everybody being like, ugh, was that's always fun when you get like unexpected, well, that took a turn I wasn't expecting. Unexpected factors in your combat is always fun. Is that helpful, or is that somebody else trying to kill us? We don't know.
We can make it helpful.
Making it helpful is a good strategy. Kai?
Yeah.
Hello, I am the Kaidapons, and I was playing Darling Odessa, the seemingly not so brave, but kind of brave, barbarian bodyguard. My star moment, not to toot my own horn, but was actually watching Rob's face as I did the whole, like, did you see us? Yes? Punch.
Are you sure?
Are you sure? Did you see us? Yes? Punch. Did you see us? No?
No.
Okay.
Punch knocked him out.
No, and then it was, guard! Then,
It's through the floorboards.
I like to think like, us players, we have the ridiculousness that we like, we have the shenanigans all the time. But when you can actually like re-entertain the DM with your own like moments, then that makes it, yeah.
Fair. June?
All right. Hi, I'm June. You can find me nowhere. I played our resident archaeologist rogue, Agnes Devereaux. And my star moment was definitely Darling interrogating the
The coffin maker.
The coffin maker. Just found that so entertaining, especially because Agnes was just like, have fun. I'm just not gonna watch. Not worth my time to watch this guy talk. So.
Fair. And Andy, last but not least.
I am the OuterDork, playing Luis Harburg, the magician / eldritch warlock. I think my star moment of this evening was definitely watching Agnes prove once again that while she may be a rogue, she's not the sneaky, steely rogue. As she fails to evade guards, fails to start a fire, just sort of in general is like, I'm here for artifacts and stabbing, not stealing things.
Artifacts and stabbing.
Hey, how British?
I'm here for the bones and sarcophagus.
Exactly. I'm very British. That's all I do is I stab things and I steal things.
No, it's not stealing.
It's liberating.
It's
and putting it in a
liberating
museum.
to put it in a museum in England.
Or turn it into a health tonic by grinding up bones.
Why did you have to say it with that smile? That was so creepy.
Don't take any health potions from Agnes.
Yeah,
Just
let's not.
as a suggestion.
We'll do that. And my name is Rob, aka Lantern Noir. You find me here a lot. My next live game here on the channel is going to be Wednesday night. We are not playing the Convergence. We're actually going to play another round of Kids on Brooms while we let the Convergence crew have a little summer vacation. And before we start season 2 of the Convergence, which is going to be the last week of June, going into July. So, and we're still deciding if we're going to go for a funding push or not with it, because we were very appreciative of everyone's support last time. But we kind of have everything we need to get going. So it feels weird to kickstart something that's already up and running. But that's going to be Wednesday night. And then Saturday, I'll be back here for my retirement party because I'm retiring.
Woo!
And I still can't fully wrap my head around the fact that I get to say retired teacher.
You're free!
As free as a guy that has to make X dollars every day to maintain the family budget is free. But
That's America.
Yeah.
But that is what that is. But yeah, so my next game is Wednesday night. And then I'll be here on Saturday. And then we are all back on the 20th. We're going to take a week off, which gives me some time to kind of prep everything because there are obvious shenanigans going on at the Wizard of Wines winery. So that's going to be a lot of fun, and I'm looking forward to doing that. We are going to send all of you off somewhere. And in particular, the Raven Armed is currently running a Just Chatting stream. So we're going to head over to him. He and I have been messaging again because we might be adding a West Coast game to my week's live games. And so he and I were talking about maybe making that happen. We might see the Hermit at it. I don't know. I can't. We're in negotiations, if you will, to bring this particular crew together. So have a good time when you go over there. I'm going to talk to my players. We're going to put up the closing screen. We want to thank everyone whose names show up there, in particular to our new follow. Thank you again to Dave for the support and to Arwen for resubscribing. And lots of thank yous all the way around. Until we see each other again, folks, wherever you are, whatever you're doing, please stay safe.